Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Ben Pinchback and Matt Riddle, looking at Peatmots, or Little Songbirds, English title, published by Lookout Games, out in Europe, coming out in a couple months, Q3.
Mid-July, actually. We find out mid-July.
2018.
This year.
It's good to stress.
Exactly.
This could be, people could be watching this on their neck jacks.
That is
far in their future.
That's right. It's true, yes.
So,
mid-July 2018 is Asmodee does the distribution for Lookout. So they'll have it probably in all the stores and then at Gen Con as well. So.
All right, it's a 2 to 4 player game.
Yes.
In which we are collecting seeds, getting birds paired up.
Yeah, so what we got is we got a busy morning at the bird feeder here, Eric. What we have is we have a bird feeder set up with some seeds stacked up, and we have a couple birds perched at the feeder. So what you're trying to do in this game is collect birds into your collection, and you're also trying to collect valuable seed into your collection. So the victory points are these little egg cards on the seed. You'll also see them on the birds. And every bird has a rank 1 through 6, and there's a male and a female of each bird.
Okay.
So what you're trying to do is play from your hand. You have a hand of 4, and when you'll do is play a card from your hand over to one of the areas of the ground next to a bird on the feeder. And if you can exceed the rank of the bird at the perch, then you capture that bird, and
that's right.
What you actually do, let me go back 1 second, is you compare the difference of how much I beat them by. So I have 4 to 2, I go 2 up the feeder, I'll take that seed into my scoring pile, I'll capture that bird, biggest bird left comes up to the feeder, gravity happens, refill the feeder. So out of the feeder can come seeds of 1, 2, or 3. There's also, like anyone who's had a bird feeder, your best friends are also in this deck, the old crow and the old squirrel. So these are the ones that you want to avoid that come out. So it's kind of cool because it gives you some decision space on cards you might want. It's 3 points, but it comes with the squirrel who's kind of going to hurt you.
He's going to eat your seeds.
That's right. What he does is he eats a couple of your seed cards, and the crow is going to scare some of your birds away at the end. What you're trying to do is kind of collect the most of each type of bird. Whoever has like the most bullfinches would score their bullfinches. Whoever has the most blackbirds at the end would score their blackbirds.
Okay. So you've got some perches here. What if you don't beat them?
Glad you asked. So another way to score points, birds into your collection, would be if you play a card, say the blackbird was a perch and I played a 2, and the
which is a wimpy bird.
That's right.
Does not compete
so
against his blackbird.
If that happens, I'm actually allowed to play one out of my hand directly to my scoring area of equal or lesser of the bird I played.
Okay.
All right, now check this out. So let's say this is where it really gets interesting, where players can make some pretty fun moves. If there's a tie going into the hand, nothing has happened. Now let's say I play this 3. So what it is actually the total power of the birds on the ground is what you're comparing the perched bird to, right?
We've seen Hitchcock.
Yeah.
It is collective. Yes.
I'll stress that you can play to either side too. I've been playing over here, but in 2 to 3 players you can play to either side. In a 4-player game, there's actually a third place to play birds. So what happens, this is a cool move. I put a 3 down, so it's now 7 to 4, so I'd go 1, 2, 3 up, and I'd get this, and I get the blackbird. The biggest bird on the ground is going to take the perch. Well, the birds on the ground are still bigger than the bird at the perch, so it's 4 to 1. I'll take that seed card, and I'll take the sparrow, and then the biggest card comes up. I would have captured the squirrel too. He resolves at the end of turn. He will take any 2 random seed cards. So that's kind of the clever plays that can happen, is when you can cascade into getting more than 1 bird at a time. And it's pretty quick. I mean, It is.
I mean, 2 to 4, 2-player, 20 minutes, 4-player, half hour.
Scoring for seeds, scoring for area majority, or set collection, set majority, and a color. But there's a third way to score.
Yes. So I didn't pull one out. I should have. Maybe you can find a perfect match. But I mentioned every bird has a 1 through 6 male and a 1 through 6 female. There we go.
I got your back.
So this is one of the most fun things to do in the game, is to look out for these situations where you can get the same number color male-female. So the 5, and the 5 bullfinch, male-female, that is a matched set. That is 5-point bonus.
Not because it's a 5 on the card, but just because it's a pair.
Because it's a pair. So
and you score that whether you won that bird type or not, right? So you only score your eggs for the birds that you have the most of. But the mated pairs, you score all of them across all of your birds.
That's right.
So you can do that first, right?
Matchmaker bonus.
Exactly, right? Your little lovebird bonus.
Yeah, so that is probably the most fun thing actually in the game to look out for is
Yeah.
trying to make those match bonuses, because you know you're getting the 5-point bonus regardless if you win the bird or not.
That's
So,
right. Because after you play cards, you're going to refill your hand
That's right.
from what's available here from the deck.
Yep.
That's right. You can go from the display or from the top deck back up to 4, and it would refresh. And at the end of the game, you're going to keep 2 of the 4 cards in hand, which is kind of a cool way to sneak either some matches out that you maybe have been saving,
Yeah.
or a way to pass somebody in a bird that they're not expecting you to maybe keep 2 blackbirds in your hand at the end type of thing. So you'll discard 2, keep 2 at the end.
Okay. I like it as well. Just yes, you're seeing what's coming. You can draft to make the pairs, but of course, you are not capturing that 6 when you play it. And you
Right.
Yes.
can't.
Yes.
It's very unlikely you're going to play a 6 to score a 6 from your hand.
Yes.
Because you're going to overtake whatever's there.
Yes.
When you play that 6.
That
You
is
gotta,
the
like-
thing that once you get your head around, you really start clicking is when I put a bird out into the wild, it can be tough to get it back.
Yes.
Yeah, people, when you take a card in the hand, you're like, that's my card now. And it is. But the chances of it actually getting into your play area where it'll actually score points for you is it's much more difficult.
Unless you just want to hang onto it the whole game.
Yeah, let's just sit on the entire game.
It's
and
a
then
higher
slap it
chance
in
with
there.
the smaller cards. You can do that move we talked about where you
Right.
didn't beat it, and then you can slough off a smaller card down
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah, but the 5s and 6s
Yeah.
probably not going to happen.
Not
Yeah.
exactly right, and it's like, you know, it's a heavier small box card game. Honestly, like it's thinky. It's like $12. We promise you, there's a lot going on for $12. So you know, once it's available, please check it out.
There you go. Songbirds. Thank you guys.
Thanks,
thank
Aaron.
you.